Hello, second grade, and welcome to math class today. So, chapter 11 is a really long chapter, so we actually have two Check My Progress pages. So today, your job is to do the second Check My Progress. It begins on page 683, and it goes on to page 684. So here's what it looks like. 683. So just so you know before we start, Mrs. Neve and I are not going to be grading this. As we typically would be, we're not going to be grading this, so you don't need to take a picture or send it in to a teacher. However, as you're working on it, if you come across a problem that is tricky or you have a question about, you don't know the answer, please make sure to circle it so when we meet one-on-one, you can ask us about it. So, as all Check My Progresses go, it starts with a vocabulary check. So your job is to draw a line from the word to the definition. So the definition is what it means. So again, you're drawing a line from the word to the definition, and the words are measure, foot, and yard. All right, next you are going to be actually measuring some objects. So you're going to be measuring them in inches. You're going to be measuring in feet. And you're going to be measuring in yards. So, just like we've done for this whole chapter, we've had to be a little bit flexible if we didn't have a certain object or if we didn't have a yardstick. We just had to be a little bit flexible. So we're kind of used to that at this point. So I see the objects here are a highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter specifically, you could use any kind of marker. I see a crayon. If you don't have a crayon, you could use a pencil. I see a chair that is like the school chairs that we have. So you might not have that specific type of chair, but I'm sure you have some kind of chair in your house. I see a filing cabinet you may or may not have. Maybe you could measure your desk instead if you don't have one. All right, on the back I see a book. You guys have lots of books. I see a trash can, and I see a bookshelf. All right, so you're measuring using different units. Like I said, inches. So if you go to measure in inches, you're going to want to grab your ruler. All right, so a ruler is 12 inches. If you're measuring in yards, you're going to want to grab your yardstick. Don't have a yardstick? That's all right. We know that 3 feet fit into 1 yard. So you can still figure out how many yards something is, even if you don't have a yardstick. Okay, so also you have a word problem. So again, that's circling what you're looking for, underlining what's important. You have 2 word problems. So that is your job for today. It shouldn't take very long. So I would recommend using some of that extra time to catch up on anything that you may have missed in this chapter before we move on. So happy math time and have a great time. All right, I'll see you soon.